Humans have always been driven by both a fear of an unknown and curiosity to know. They have prophesied, foretold, predicted, and tried to control the future. So, in the interest of survival, they trained themselves to be agreeing machines instead of thinking machines. All their minds had to do was to discover what other people were thinking, and then they both that too. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world, and that it is the only thing that ever has. It's strange that we create thick and when we apply it to machines, when we could apply it to ourselves, can we now detect that something is behind us, but we don't have this ability? Why are we applying such a simple sense of machines when we could apply it to ourselves?
Good day everyone, I'm Jolly Miss Araga, and today let's talk about a simple machine. What is a simple machine? Ta-da! A simple machine is a device that can change the direction or the magnitude of a force or the point where it is applied. This is done so that the force can be used to do work. All mechanical machines are made by combining simple machines. There are 6 types of a simple machine. First, the incline plane, the lever, the screw, the pulley, the wheel and axle, and the wedge. The lever. A lever is a bar or a board that rests on a support called fulcrum. A downward force exerted on one end of a lever can be transferred and increased in an upward direction at the other end, allowing one small force to lift heavy weight.
This is one of the examples of lever, a crowbar. The lever is more efficient when combined with a fulcrum. The fulcrum is another object, perhaps a rock, used to brace under the long tool. This gives a long pull, something to push down against. The location of the fulcrum helps determine how well the lever will perform work. The closer the fulcrum is the object being lifted, the easier the person can lift the object. Levers are all around us. Some examples of levers are door handles, the claws of a hammer for removing nails, crowbars, light switches, bottle openers, hinges, scissors, nail cutter, and many others.
The wheel and axle. A wheel and axle. A wheel and axle is made up of a circular frame or the wheel that revolve on a shaft or a rod of the axle. At its earliest form, it was probably used for raising weights or water buckets from wheels. Its principal operation is best explained by way of a device with a large gear and a small gear attached to the same shaft. The tendency of the force applied at the reduce on a large gear to turn the shafts is sufficient to overcome the large force at the reduce on the small gear.
Wheels are found where things turn in a circle, such as electric fan, a motor, a revolving door, a merry-go-round, and any wheel on the car, on your skateboard, or on a bicycle.
The incline plane. An incline plane consists of a sloping surface that is used for raising heavy things or bodies. The plane offers a mechanical advantage and the force required to move of an object up to an incline is less than the weight being raised, discounting friction. The steeper the slopes or incline, the more nearly required force approaches that.
Modified version of the ramps is also found in stairs, escalators, ladders, walking paths, even chutes used for dropping for mail into the mailbox.
The wedge. A wedge is an object that tapers to a thin edge. Pushing the wedge in one direction creates a force in a sideways direction. It is usually made of metal or a wood and is used for splitting, lifting and tightening as in securing a hammer head on.
The wedge is used to separate an object apart. This is needed to cut, tear, or break something in two. A wedge can also be used to keep things together or secure things from movement. Some examples of wedges are used for separating might be a shovel, a knife, an axe, a saw, a needle, scissors, or an ice pick. But wedges can also hold things together as in the case of staple, push pins, tack, nail, door stop, or a shim.
Next is the pulley. A pulley is a wheel that carries a flexible rope, cord, cable, chain, or belt on its ring. Pulley are used singly or in a combination to transmit energy and motion. Next is the screw. A screw is usually a circular cylindrical member with a continuous helical rib, used either as a fastener or a force and motion modifier. Screws are used to clamp machine parts together either when one or other parts has threaded hole or in conjunction with a nut. This screw stretches with tightening and tensile load creates clamps to clamp parts together.
The screw is really twisted incline plane. It allows movement from a lower position to a higher position, but at the same time, it moves it in a circle. That makes it take up less horizontal space. A screw can also act to hold things together in some cases. Some examples of the uses of screw are in jar lid, a drill, a bolt, a light bulb.
Already know about the simple machine and the 6 basic types of the simple machine.
You can now identify the simple machine in your hand. Hopefully, you learned and enjoy watching this video. Once again, I'm Jollibee Saraga.